Okay, we are live right now. Okay. Okay, let me just make sure everything here is working. Wait. Okay. Put that out. Okay, there we go. It's on Twitter. Okay. Here. Okay. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a great day. Okay. Okay. Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? Hey guys. Okay, so we're gonna do the stream. I'm gonna do help multiple people with sales, some already existing businesses, but then also we're gonna do some of the Acid Lab, like, you know, sales. Hey, I'm doing well. How are you, buddy? You're my biggest idol, Mr. Professional. Well, thank you. Are you excited for the Red Dead update? What Red Dead update? You know, I'm not expecting any kind of Red Dead updates at this point anymore, dude. It's just, you know, I've given up on Rockstar when it comes to Red Dead Online. Okay, anybody need help selling their Acid Lab? Just invite me. I'll help you out. Well, I'm working on my guide for the Acid Lab, so that's gonna be coming out. Okay, let me help here. I'll help Melon here first. Is that a new card? No, this is the Stafford. This card has been in the game for some time, but the last few weeks, whenever I streamed GTA, I was dressed up as like a biker and I drove around on a motorcycle, so I thought I'd kind of mix it up and kind of like, you know, dress up like a mobster, kind of, Yakshimash, I'm doing good. How are you, man? Is the Acid Lab not good? It's okay. Like, you know, when people say that this is the worst DLC, I personally disagree with that. You know, I don't think this is an amazing DLC, definitely not. But I don't think it's like the worst one. Like, I think there was much worse DLCs, like, or I think Arena Wars was much worse than this DLC. So it was, you know, look at Arena Wars. Like, Arena Wars really didn't offer us much. Like, it was sure as the modes, but it was too expensive. The cars were ridiculous prices. Thank you, Davi. Thank you for the super chat, man. What do I think about the lab's payment? Well, I need to just complete one more, you know, Hooligan mission, and then I'll be able to do, to upgrade it. I'm playing on the PS5. Do I invite you to my Acid Lab? Yeah, invite me. I'll help you out then, Melon. What's the sell value of upgrades? Well, I know without upgrades it was like 200-something thousand. The high demand bonus does apply to it. I know that. So there's that. Also, there's something that I'm experimenting with, guys. But, you guys aren't gonna believe me on this, and when my friends here sells the business, this is gonna confirm to me whether this is true or not. But if you sell this solo, it's actually easier than if you sell it with people. Now, people are wondering, why? How? How would selling it solo be easier?
Okay, tune in, cause I'm about to blow your freaking mind with nothing but an idea. Home delivery. We bike up and throw the candy right in front of our customers'
so this
houses.
confirms it.
Totally under the radar, crazy convenient. If this works, maybe we can
I still have to test this more. But okay, now some of you guys are gonna say, what the hell, when I tell you this. If you sell this business, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, I'm still testing it. But from what I've discovered about this business, if you sell this business solo, you will always have one bike. If you sell it with multiple people, you will have at least 2 bikes. So basically, if you sell this business by yourself, it's easier. You only have 1 vehicle. If you sell it with multiple people, there's multiple vehicles. And so I actually didn't I was very surprised by that. If someone leaves during the sale, the stock gets added to the CEO's bike. Really? Okay, well, I didn't know that. Okay, I'll help you right after this, PC, okay? I'm really good at motorcycles, typically, so I'm fine with the motorcycle deliveries. Oh, how can I join? You'd have to have me added. This update is literally over 2 days. There's not much to do. That's why people are unhappy. Well, there is going to be a taxi business, I know that, and I'm looking forward to the taxi business a lot. That I'm looking forward to. So I can't wait for that one. Can you lock onto it? That I haven't tested yet. We'll test this. We'll test the lock-on right after this. I'll tell you guys if you can lock onto it. The worst GTA missions? Nah. There's much worse, you know, cell missions like post-op, for instance. Post-op is much worse than this. You know, this is a blessing compared to post-op. Yeah, they're adding some kind of taxi business in the drip feed, which I'm happy about that. That I'm looking forward to. So, how many Hooligan missions are there? Well, you have to do 10 for the upgrades, but I have gotten a bunch of different ones. Like, I got a post-op one, but not like the one you think. Like a post-op van, like a smaller van, where you gotta drive it into the Lost MC's compound, you blow them up, it's really easy. There's one where you have to take a crop duster, a lot of people don't like that one. You have to spray, like, you know, pesticide over a bunch of stuff. There's another one where, you have to sabotage this, like, weed, you know, farm area, and then the sprinklers, like, you know, make you hallucinate. There's another one where you have to fight Merryweather. The Merryweather one is really hard. The Merryweather one, the Merryweather have, like, aimbot on it. It's a bit ridiculous. What bike is that? It's the, Maibatsu Natchez. Take the acid to the drop-off, okay. Why does it say 10 deliveries, though? Have to get off the bike? Acid package? What? Okay. That's a weird way to go about the sales. That's the weirdest way I've seen to deliver, like, a package yet. Throw it in the box. Okay, waiting to see where he delivers it to. Where he delivers it to. Where's the next one? Okay, I got the next one. I'm pretty good with these type of bikes anyway, so this doesn't really bother me that much. Okay, let's see here. I'll look at the comments in just 1 second here, guys. Yeah, we can do that too, Lloyd. It's kind of weird how we both have to go to the same drop. That's... Oh, this is his bike. No, I don't... Okay. You just go to the next one. I'm gonna look at the comments moment here. Hey, Professional, how's it going? Been a while. Hey, quick question. Do you know an app to how to make money online? No. I would be very cautious with that. Alizé, there's like a lot of scams on the App Store. Like, there's like apps that will like say, you know, make money fast and stuff like that. Be careful with that. That's what I'll say about that. Thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you, Papa John's Pizza. Yo, I don't have a next-gen console, still stuck on Xbox One X. What's the biggest difference between old and new-gen GTA 5? Should I wait? Well, the biggest difference between last-gen and new-gen is it's the 60 FPS, which it is noticeable. If you don't play GTA that much, you probably won't notice it, but I play GTA a lot, so I notice the 60 FPS. I notice the difference. I see it. But that's the most noticeable difference there. Oh, okay, James. Oh, that's a small bin. Okay. Well, the next one's just right up here. Okay. I guess I got it too then. Oh, come on. Thank you, Papa John's Pizza, earlier. I just had the worst cell mission as DLC. It involves me delivering to a parking garage and has hundreds of cops in disguise. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about with that. I had that mission last night. I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, wait, we might be able to just throw it from the bike. Okay, I just realized you can just probably throw it from the bike then. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Thank you, True Infamous, for that super chat. Hey, Pro, do you know if we lose product if people blow up our acid trucks, and are you liking this update? Take care. Thank you, Lek 5. I don't know that yet. I'm gonna be testing all this stuff. Because I personally don't think a business guide is complete unless you test the various cell missions, and you also test, like, you know, whether people can lock onto your stuff, whether you can test whether what happens if the shipment gets blown up. Okay, Melon, I got this one. You just get ready to go to the next one, then. Are these acid packages, like, infinite, though? That's my question. No, you don't lose product. No, the answer truck goes back to Raggedy Building, so you don't lose product. The truck? But we're talking about the bike. Oh. Okay, so... They're infinite to throw, yeah. That's what I was wondering. How much money do I get for helping with this sale? Let's see here. Also, do you know something that pissed me off about this update, guys? Is they cut the biker contracts. For people that don't know, I did a lot of MC contracts. Well, 14,000. I did a lot of MC contracts, and guess what, guys? MC contracts were doubled money for half a year, which was great. It gave you more of a reason to do them. But now they're not doubled anymore. They took that out. So for half a year they were doubled. Now they're not doubled anymore, which is just stupid. Mark, can you invite more people to your MC? I just want to see if multiple people get invited to the acid lab. I want to see if it's like a, I want to see if there's gonna be like more than 2 bikes. You look like my taxi man all the way from Ireland. Well, thank you, Box. Thank you for the, super chat.
Wow! And you made great time on a bike.
Invite everyone to the lab. Let's invite everyone. I want to see if we get 4 bikes for this.
Hey, watch your step.
Hey, Mr. Waifu. Do you know if there will be a weekly update tomorrow? What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Possibly. I guess we'll have to see. The update just came out, so I don't know.
Staying elevated?
Don't leave the acid lab, guys. Stay inside, and then Mark, you just sell it when the 4th person connects in here.
Definitely pushing it with that last.
Thank you, William. Thank you. I love the new Tulip M100 and Tahoma Coup. I can't wait for the Broadway Eudora and Lure to drop as well. Thank you, Mario. Those are all cars, right? Not much in the cars. Always been more into the special vehicles. Wait, what, James? Okay, well, guys, just please nobody kill each other in these lobbies. We're just waiting for, you know, Top to load in here.
I hope you're getting high on our supply. That's like the first rule or something.
That's a reference to Scarface. I hope you're getting high on our own supply. It's the first rule. It's first rule in Scarface was don't get high on your own supply.
How can I help you?
Oh, it's not? Okay. How does it feel to have lived long enough to see all of your favorite franchises go up in flames? This quote helped me get over Saints Row, to be honest. Well, thank you, Mr. Wayfru, for the super chat. It's not, it's, oh, that's, oh, it's lesson number 2? Okay, then lesson number 1 was, don't underestimate the other guy's greed, right? Yeah, that was it. But, yeah, seeing Saints Row go downhill was not a good feeling. It didn't make me happy. So it was just, you know...
All right, time to make a sale. It must be...
Oh, look at that, 4 bikes. So you don't even need to be inside the lab. The host drives an upgraded bike, but everyone else has a standard one. Wait, Mark, this is gonna be a police ambush. Hold on. Wait. I'm pretty sure if it's a parking garage. Slowly, let's go up the ramp slowly. Don't just rush in there. No, don't go to the trunk. Oh, yeah. That's what I was gonna say is, okay. Yeah, it's a sting.
Hey there. I'll be keeping my eye on you. Goodbye.
I know the easiest way to lose the cops here.
Oh my god, I can't believe it! I really don't.
You got nowhere to go.
You got batteries?
Very easy way to lose the cops here. Yeah, I'm pretty good at bikes like this.
What the fuck?
I don't want to exit out here because this is right near the police station. Go to the next station. Very easy way to get on top of the ramp again. Do this. See? Like that. Okay, easy. There we go. You don't need to activate Ghost Organization. Everyone in here is friendly. No one's going to do anything to you. Okay, here we go. If you know how to handle bikes, you're gonna excel in these sales. That was easy. I mean, I don't mind reboots, remasters of games, Mr. Waifu. Thank you for the super chat. As long as they know what they're doing. Like Destroy All Humans 2, that was a remake, and Destroy All Humans 2 was better than the original. So it was, you know, they did the remake really good. So it was, you know, as long as they, well, look, I don't know what's going on, you know, James, but just, you know, guys, just don't kill each other, please. Eudora, okay, I'll look up the vehicle. No, this car is worth $9,000. Easy money right here, too. Wait until everyone makes their deliveries here. It's okay, Mr. Waifu. What was it, Isaiah? Let me see. In your honest opinion, do you wish that Dead Rising, Red Dead Redemption, Outlast, and Sleeping Dogs could get a reboot pretty soon? And what should and should not do? Well, honestly, more than a you know, a remake of Sleeping Dogs, I'd like, you know, a reboot, like you said. Like, I'd like a Sleeping Dogs 2. I'd like to see that. But if they do another Sleeping Dogs game, I don't want to see you be an undercover cop in a game again. I don't want to see it. Like, you know, I want to see you be like a gang member. Like, the undercover cop was great in the first game, don't get me wrong. But if they do another Sleeping Dogs game, like, I don't think they should do the cop thing again. Like, I think it should just be focused on just being, like, a gangster. But also, you know, why don't they do, like, why don't they do, like, a different location? Like, you know, they did Sleeping Dogs in, like, you know, in Hong Kong, right? So, like, you know, if they did a Sleeping Dogs 2, why don't they do, like, you know, one maybe in Tokyo, where you play the Yakuza? And then maybe they do, like, a Sleeping Dogs in Russia, like another one. Maybe in, like, St. Petersburg, for instance, where you play the Russian Mafia. So that's, like, you know, something like that. Like, you know, another different country, another different, like, gang type. Because what I appreciated about Sleeping Dogs so much is that Sleeping Dogs covered the triads, which a lot of video games you don't really play as a triad. You do see them in some video games, but you don't really play as one. And so I think that was, like, a really good, you know, depiction of the triads, was in, like, Sleeping Dogs. No, I didn't forget about the hidden phone contacts feature. You know, see, I hid most of the annoying contacts. You can't hide Young Ancestor for some reason. I don't know why. That's weird. And he serves no purpose as a contact, like, none. So I don't know why you can't, you know, what's the deal there? The taxi business, I'm excited. I hope they bring back, like, VC cabs or something like VC cabs, Vice City cabs. They were, you know, they were the rivals in Vice City. Oh, what, Edgy? Let me see. Here, that's what the Yakuza series is for. Yeah, I get that, but the Yakuza also appeared in other games, like GTA 3 and GTA Liberty City Stories. So, the Ancestor approach is very funny, not gonna lie. Yep, I agree with you, it's very funny, but it's also, like, you know, the hardest approach out of all of them. Okay, 22,000. Okay, it's better than the last sale.
What miracle did you want me to perform?
Oh, you made a super chat? I'm sorry if I missed it. Let me look. Which faction do you like to play as the most in Hell Let Loose? The US. Thank you, Edgy. Okay. Let me join you now, PC. Okay. Does anyone know how to get Godfather 2 working on PC? You're asking about my playthrough, right? Well, I'm playing through it right now. I guess, like, when I had Godfather 2 running, it wasn't... When Godfather 2 was lagging really badly for me, because it was, do you know what I did? I just turned off VSync. So, if you have VSync on, it might make your game lag really badly. So, try turning VSync off, and your game might stop lagging. So, that's just, you know... Okay, bike spawned in a weird place. It might be a police sting, so just wait, PC. We'll see in a moment here. Wait, PC. Wait. I think it's a police sting. Hold on. Okay. PC, you go towards the tunnels. Like, go towards the subway tunnel that's right over there, or you can wait for me. Don't, or you can do that also, I guess. Yeah. Okay, let's see here.
Why, hello, how you doing? How can I help? I'll be keeping my eye on you. Goodbye.
Okay, let's go right here. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next subway station. Okay, second. The Germans have the best weapons, but the US has the best winning theme. I always liked hearing it no matter if I win or lose. They patched for winter. Thank you, Edgy. Well, I would disagree with you that the Germans have the best weapons in Hell Let Loose. Because, like, the Germans have weapons like the STG-44, and they have the MG-42, but the US also has the M1 Garand as their standard issue, where the standard issue for the Germans is the Kar 98. Also, the Sherman heavy tank can easily destroy the German Tiger tank. So that's, if you know where to shoot the Tiger in the right spot, you can blow it up in 2 shots. Okay, so, let me know in the comments down below, guys, if anybody's experienced this. Does anybody in the comments know? Because I'm still messing around with this. I'm gonna probably blow up my own stuff because I don't want to destroy, you know, another player's. But I'm just curious, if your bike gets destroyed during the sale, do you lose all the product, or does it go back to the lab, or do you lose, like, half of it? Does anybody in the comments know? You know, please let me know if you know, like, if you know the answer to that in the comments. Like, what happens if the bike gets destroyed? Do you lose all of it? You keep it, one person says. I do not know. We'll test it with mine. I'll blow up my own bike later, and we'll see if it, some gets lost. Is the Acid Lab solo friendly? Oh yeah. It is solo friendly, definitely. It's, you know, to bikes, it's easy. You lose all of it, it just happened to me?
Okay, we got there in the end, and the journey's what counts, right? This has been like work experience or something. Sorry for the fuck up, compadre.
You lose all of it. Oh, okay. No, I haven't really tried the fidelity mode. I like 60 FPS. I always take more FPS over graphics, personally. Anyone else need help selling their...
Okay, how about we do the right thing for once and fuck up Big Pharma? I'm sick of their bullshit, man. Drugs rebranded with the price doubled, hiding bad batches of medicine, running bullshit tests. These assholes have...
Oh no, it's this, Oh wait, okay, sabotage the Merryweather transport, okay.
Shit, dude!
Okay. Yeah, I know exactly what this mission is. Did you download Godfather 1 and 2? And if so, where can I get them? Or do you have the disc copy? I have the disc. Yeah, I got the disc from Amazon. Thank you for the super chat, Luis. What is that? Is that a plane? Oh, they did, Brendan. What did they add? Do you think the new characters like Dax are cringy? It seems like they were trying too hard to make him the new Trevor. I don't, like, I find him a bit annoying, honestly. Oh, come on.
Good shit!
Merryweather Depot, there's one in Sandy Shores? What? Also, have you guys noticed the creepy things that, like, Dax says? Like, yeah, there's a bit of, you know, perverse things that he says. Oh, great, I forgot about this mission. This mission has air defenses. Wonderful. You know, yeah, you know, thank you, Rockstar, for making this mission annoying. That's just, Aw, damn, I don't have my explosive rounds. I completely forgot this area. Like, this mission sucks. Like, do you guys like this mission? Because a lot of people, I've seen a lot of comments, people saying they hate this mission. Like... Great, I gotta... Oh, man, I gotta...
Go in for the kill! You mess with our...
Oh, my God. Yeah, he says, you know, a bunch of vulgar and, like, perverted things. I don't know if they were trying to make him funny or what. It was just, it disgusted me, honestly. It didn't, like,
Take him out! Give it up, ass! You fucking pussy!
What the heck?
Hold it
What just happened?
You know she...
Yeah, look at this. Like, it's just, man, this just.
Reloading!
Everybody, fall back!
Drug Wars dialogue sounds like they listened to a Halo 3 Modern Warfare 2 lobby back then, and Rockstar thought, oh, it'd be perfect for Juggalos. Real talk. Well, thank you, Mr. Waifu. Yeah, it's just like Dax's, you know, vulgar and like perverse comments, like, you know, really like, you know, disgusting. Oh, great! I forgot about this, and they spawn stupid like stupid insert. Like, could they make this mission any worse? Like, you know, what do they? Sometimes I ask myself, like, what was Rockstar thinking, right? Like, with some of these missions. I actually prefer Crop Duster over this, honestly.
You're gonna die, bitch!
Okay, Melon.
What a fucking was
We have those pricks shitting bricks! We did some good work here. There's gonna be statues of us in no time.
Yeah, this guy, New Vegas playthrough, and sometime next year, possibly, but I'll do a Fallout 3 playthrough first. What do you think about the new DLC? It's okay. It's not, like, you know, amazing. Oh, bunker? Okay. If I do a Fallout playthrough, I'll definitely, like, comment about the different factions and what I think of them. But, like, you know, when I played Fallout New Vegas, you know what I did? You know what faction I helped in Fallout New Vegas? What I did is I killed everyone when I played Fallout New Vegas, because I couldn't stand all the factions. Like, I couldn't stand the NCR, and I couldn't stand, like, Caesar's Legion. And so, like, I was getting scared, because, like, I thought that I would have to choose one of their sides, and then when I met Yes Man, I was like, oh, yes, I can... I can do it with Yes Man. I can play the whole, take over, you know, the city and stuff, and I don't have to work with these factions and stuff like that. I can work for myself. So it was like, you know, I was really happy Yes Man was there. I didn't like Mr. House either. But honestly, if I had to choose somebody besides, like, you know, the NCR, if I had to choose between NCR, Caesar's Legion, and Mr. House, I'd go with Mr. House. But if I can ultimately, like, choose, you know, which one I want, it's be Yes Man. It'd be independent. But, like, I killed, you know, Caesar's Legion. Like, I went into Caesar's Legion sport, and I killed all of them. Like, I killed Caesar. I killed, like, all the top, like, Legionnaires. I killed, Mr. House. I went into the NCR camp, and I killed all the NCR Rangers. Like, I killed all of them, too. Like, like I killed everyone when I played New Vegas. So it was, you know, my character wasn't, like, a good guy, but I wouldn't say I was, like, necessarily evil either. Like, I was kind of, like, neutral, but I hated, like, all the factions. And so I just got rid of all of them. You know, there's actually a really funny dialogue that you can actually, in Fallout New Vegas, is that, when Mr. House sends you to, if you're working for Mr. House and he sends you to protect President Kimball, if you kill President Kimball, Mr. House then, talks to you about that, and he says, why did you kill, Kimball? And you can actually say, he tried to make me pay taxes. And then Mr. House just says, understandable. So that's an actual dialogue that you can have, Mr. House. You say that you killed the president because he tried to make you pay taxes. That's actually in Fallout New Vegas. You can actually say that, so that's like a, that's actually a unique dialogue. Aw, damn, no. It's connected here. Nice thing is that at least this responds. That's the good thing about it, is it responds. That's nice about this mission. Here we go. Got it. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Done. Ooh. Let me see here, Wait, what? I'm confused, Mr. Waifu. Thank you for the super chat. Bro woke up and chose violence, New Vegas. Yeah, well, like, I had my reasoning, like, you know, why I killed the factions in, like, you know, in Fallout New Vegas. Like, I killed Caesar's Legion for obvious reasons, because of their slavery, and, you know, their clear violation of human rights and their authoritarian nature. So it's just, that's why I killed Caesar's Legion, for that reason. The reason that I killed NCR is because NCR pissed me off, because it was that, like, NCR are not the good guys. Like, a lot of people think the NCR are good guys. They're not. The reason I killed a lot of the reason I killed Legion is because of their slavery and their authoritarian nature. The reason I killed NCR was because NCR pretends to be like good guys, but in reality they're not. I wouldn't say that they're evil either, but they're definitely not the good guys. And what I mean by that is that in the Fallout, you know, New Vegas world, basically NCR claims to be a democracy, right? But what happens is you don't have a democratic right to choose whether they take you over. So, like, if they were democratic, they would walk into, like, an area and they would say, like, you know, you vote to join us or not. But people don't have that option. They just say, oh, you're part of us regardless, and then they give you, you know, they're like, okay, now you get to vote for who's the president. But you don't get to vote if they take you over in the first place. You don't get to vote whether you're part of their country or not. They just take you over. That's what they do to pretty much every place they go to. And there's plenty of places that don't want to be part of the NCR. Like, the people in New Vegas are doing well without the NCR. They don't need the NCR. You know, they're fine without the NCR. They're living good lives without the NCR. Like, Freeside is doing bad, sure, but, like, the Vegas Strip itself is doing good. And so they really don't need, like, you know, the NCR. They have security from Mr. House. You know, Mr. House protects them with the Securitrons, and they're doing fine. They don't need NCR. So it's just, but that's what I don't like about NCR, is it pretends to, like, you know, it pretends to be this force for good, but in reality, they're very imperialist in their, like, you know, in their desires. Caesar's Legion is more honest. Caesar's Legion admits that they want to take everything over. NCR doesn't really admit to that, but that's what they want to do, too. So that's, like, that's why my problem with NCR, why I didn't like NCR. And also, one of the things I don't like about NCR is that the NCR in Fallout New Vegas is literally, like, they don't provide protection. So what happens is they take places over, they force people to basically pay taxes to them, but then they don't actually protect you. So they come into your area and they charge you taxes. If they're gonna come into your area and they're gonna charge you taxes, they better protect you. But if they're not gonna protect you, then why should you pay taxes to them in the first place? That's, like, you know, the whole thing with the NCR. And, like, through a lot of conversations in Fallout New Vegas, you can find out that the NCR territory back in California is still not even fully secured. Like, it's like, there's a difference between something being taken over and something being secured. A lot of people think taking something over and securing it is the same thing. It's not. Taking something over basically means, you know, you walk into that area and, okay, it's yours now. But securing it basically means that you have it under total control, that nothing's going wrong in that area. And the NCR does not have their areas under full control. They have, you can find out that their areas are filled with super mutants, like, you know, other mutants, raiders, fiends. Like, you know, their areas are just so dangerous. And so it's like, you know, they're trying to take over New Vegas, but they don't even have their own land secured. They don't even have their own land, like, fully protected. So that's my thing with the NCR is, you know, how can you try to justify people, you know, charging people for taxes, and you don't even protect them? That's it. And so look at Mr. House. Mr. House doesn't charge anybody taxes, none whatsoever. And he protects everybody on the strip with his Securitrons. So that's the thing about him. House doesn't charge anybody taxes, and yet he protects everyone. And NCR yet charges such high taxes, and their securities is garbage. So that's, like, it. Like, the NCR can't even handle a bunch of fiends. Like, they can't. So it's like, you know, I honestly, if the courier wasn't there, like, if the courier wasn't there, I honestly think that the NCR would have lost to Lanius. Like, I think Lanius would have defeated them easily. Like, I don't think even the Rangers would have been able to stop Lanius. Like, Lanius was just way more ruthless and just way more, you know, in his tactics than the NCR were. So that's, like, what I'll say about it. I think Lanius would have easily, you know, rolled over the NCR if the NCR didn't have the courier. The courier is, like, the only thing that can really help them win. But yeah, that was my main issue with the NCR, is like, they just take areas over that don't want to be part of them, and then they charge people taxes but don't protect them. But that's, you know, personally what I don't like about NCR. I don't like Caesar's Legion because, you know, there's slavery and authoritarianism, stuff like that. But, you know, the thing is, though, Fallout New Vegas' world was, like, very well done because of the fact that there's pros and cons that you can hear about all the factions. Like, pretty much most of them. Even Caesar's Legion. Like, Caesar's Legion is mostly cons, but one of the things that you hear, one of the good things about Caesar's Legion is that in Arizona, the area where Caesar's Legion occupies is completely safe. Like, there are no raiders, there's no super mutants, there's no monsters or anything like that. Their area is completely safe because they've killed all the raiders. They've killed all of them. So, like, Arizona is completely secured, and, you know, and traders like the Legion territory because they can go through Legion territory and not have to worry about, like, you know, dangers. It's actually, it's kind of similar to the Mongolians. The Mongolians were very ruthless, and they were very brutal in their conquests, but they did secure the trade routes, and it was actually safe to travel between, like, Mongolian towns because of all the Mongolian soldiers. It's kind of similar to Caesar's Legion, where they're brutal, but they've secured, like, all the areas, and so it's generally safe to travel between, like, towns under Caesar's Legion control. You don't have to worry about getting, like, jumped by raiders, where if you travel, like, under NCR territory, you gotta worry about raiders, mutants, and, like, other stuff jumping you. So that's, like, you know, that's it. All the factions have, like, you know, good and positive things about them, but also really bad things. You know, Caesar's Legion, for me, is the worst faction of them all. But, you know, even Caesar's Legion has some pros. That's why, you know, in Fallout New Vegas, there really isn't anything as, like, you know, the true evil guys. Like, Caesar's Legion is the closest faction that you have to being, like, the evil guys. But, you know, there's not really one faction that's, like, you know, completely evil. If anything, it'd be the Fiends. But it's, like, you know, it's a very, like, you know, like, the game tells you, you know, here's, like, all the factions, you decide, you know, which one you want to side with. And that's what I liked about New Vegas a lot. I like that, you know, you can choose, what faction you want to align with, and the background behind that. Let me see, I missed a lot of comments. You've seen the 50-car garage in Drip Feed. I really need the space, by the way. Nice Stafford, mine salmon, pink, and cream. Well, thank you, Mario. Yeah, I actually don't have that many cars. You'd think for $1 billion that I'd have all my car garages filled up, but I don't. And I could easily buy a ton of cars if I wanted to, but I'm just not into cars. So that's just personally me, Mario. Here.
Puta madre! You want
In Fallout 3, you can tell Lucas Sims in the conversation, "Hip, nice hat, Calamity, Jane," or something like that. I know, and then the whole town will shoot at you. Look, Pro, it's your favorite vehicle in GT Online. Well, thank you, Mr. Waifu. But now people are wondering, what is my problem with Mr. House? Why don't I like Mr. House also? Mr. House is the least evil out of, like, all the factions. Like, I think NCR is much worse than him. But the reason I don't like Mr. House, too, is because Mr. House is, how do I put it? Mr. House is basically like a ruthless businessman, and so he is like, the thing about Mr. House is that if you live in New Vegas, you'll have generally, like, a good life, and you'll be fine for the most part. But if you live in, like, Freeside, which is, like, the outskirts of New Vegas, then, you know, your life is gonna be garbage. And, like, Mr. House won't help you. Like, he won't. Like, Mr. House's, like, ideas, like, you know, what's in it for me? Like, you know, why should I help Freeside? Like, you know, how will it benefit me? So that's what I mean. He's like a ruthless businessman attitude, about it. But, you know, the biggest pro about living under Mr. House, and why I think, you know, if you live in the Strip, he would probably be the best, like, faction to live under. The reason is because he, there's virtually no taxes. So under Mr. House, there's no taxes, none. There's nothing to pay to the government, nothing. So whatever money you earn, you can keep everything. Like, Mr. House doesn't really care about taxing people or anything like that. Like, not like NCR or Legion. Like, Mr. House has all the money that he wants, and he has, like, the Securitron army, so he doesn't need to pay for soldiers either. He has his robots. So that's probably the best pro about Mr. House, is there's virtually no taxes to pay. You also have security. You have security, you have safety. So when you're walking down the Strip, you don't have to worry about something bad happening to you because the Securitrons will protect you. The biggest con living under Mr. House would probably be no government assistance, none. No government help whatsoever. So even though there's, like, no taxes and you do have security, like, Mr. House isn't gonna, like, help you when you actually need, like, if you lose your job, for instance, on the Strip or something like that, like, Mr. House isn't gonna give you unemployment aid to help you or something like that. He's not gonna do that. If you get really sick, you know, he's not gonna help you. He's not gonna take care of you. So that's, like, you know, that's the thing about Mr. House, is, like, the pro is you get security and you get, like, you know, almost no taxes, virtually nothing to pay. But then the con is that, you know, pretty much no government help except the security. That's it. That's the only government help that he gives you. So that's, like, that's what I'll say about Mr. House. I think, ultimately, I think Mr. House is the best one out of all of them, because at least Mr. House is more honest about his goals, where the other factions, you know, they're much more dishonest about, like, you know, what they want to do. I'm talking about Fallout New Vegas, the characters in Fallout New Vegas. So that's, like, oh, the reason he was pushing me is so that the van goes faster. There's a reason for it. Isn't there gore in the Fallout games? Yeah, there is a bit of gore in them. So Trevor just disappears like nothing, doesn't sound like him. I know GTA Online is supposed to take before the storyline, but it's also confusing. No, GTA Online does not take place before the storyline. The Drug Wars DLC takes place in 2022. So it takes place 9 years after GTA Online. When you first land in GTA Online, it's 2013 when you first land in GTA Online. When you, the gun running takes place in 2017. So gun running was the first DLC that takes place after the storyline in GTA 5. So it's 4 years after the story in GTA 5. So that's, the DLC here takes place after the storyline. This isn't like, you know, before it. But if you want to know where is Trevor, what happened to Trevor, basically what happened is, Stephen Ogg was doing like a, you know, a few videos like a few weeks ago, or it was more a few months ago. What happened was, like, a fan had paid him like $100-something for like a cameo, and he wanted him to act like Trevor and say something about Lucia and Jason, the characters in GTA 6. And what happened was Stephen Ogg got, like, annoyed by that request, and he said, like, Trevor is like a fictional character, I'm just an actor, and, like, you know, stuff like that. That's what he was saying. And so he said Trevor is a cartoon. That's what he said about Trevor. And so Stephen Ogg doesn't really want to be associated with Trevor. He wants to do, you know, his own thing, and he got pissed off that people kept associating him with Trevor. But the thing is, though, I understand Stephen Ogg's position to an extent. Like, I understand to an extent where he's coming from. But my problem with him is that he shouldn't have taken the money. That's it. Like, he took the fans', like, donation for the cameo, like the $100-something donation, and he gave that kind of response. Where a fan pays you $100-something, wants you to do a cameo, you know, you shouldn't have taken the money if you're not going to do the cameo. That's it about it. Is he should have just rejected the money, and then just made, like, a separate video and just said, like, here's why I won't do cameos for Trevor and something like that. Would have been fine. But the fact that he took the money, and then he wanted to, you know, he didn't want to do the cameo, that's why Rockstar had that comment and Trevor disappeared. That's what they were talking about specifically, is because he doesn't want to be associated with the actor, doesn't want to be associated with Trevor. That's what they were making fun of. So that's like, Rockstar was aware of that situation. I made a YouTube video on this. Go on my YouTube channel and look up a video. Stephen Ogg gives rude response to fan. Just look that up, and you'll. I made a video about this, like a crazy current events video about this, like a few weeks ago, talking about this subject. But like, you know, the thing about this is, I'll say that, like, to an extent, I understand where Stephen Ogg is coming from, because like for me, for instance, like, you know, one of the things that bothered me a lot personally is, like, when I started, like, changing up my channel, because, like, back in the day, like, you know, 3 years ago, I was, like, mainly a GTA Online channel. Like, you know, I'd say 80% of my content was GTA Online and 20% of it was, like, Red Dead Online. And so, you know, people knew me mainly for GTA Online. And what happened was, when I tried to do different content, when I tried to, you know, play different games, like games that had nothing to do with GTA, people would just come into the comment section and just ask me random GTA Online questions. They would ask me, like, you know, what's the best business, or, like, you know, what should I do here, and like, you know, stuff, how do I complete this mission in GTA Online? Like, it was stuff like that, and normally I don't have problems with those questions. I answer those questions all the time. I reply to comments. I do reply to a lot of comments. But my issue is that those comments were popping up on videos that had nothing to do with GTA Online, like nothing. Like, I would post a Ghost of Tsushima, like, guide. Like, I made Ghost of Tsushima guides back in the day, and I would post, like, a Ghost of Tsushima guide. And when I would post that Ghost of Tsushima guide, within, like, a minute of me posting the video, I would have, like, a question, like, what is the best business in GTA Online? And, like, you know, when I work really hard on, like, a Ghost of Tsushima guide, and, like, somebody instantly clicks on my video and just leaves that comment, the way that I personally look at it is I think that that person doesn't care about the Ghost of Tsushima guide. They don't care about the video that I made. They just clicked on the video because it's my most recent video. They got the notification, they clicked on it, and they were just hoping that I would respond because it was my latest video. So they just click on the Ghost of Tsushima video, don't even watch it, just pause the video, leave the comment, and then just leave the video. And, you know, personally for me, I don't reply to comments when I see stuff like that, because it's like, you know, if you want to ask me something about, like, GTA, I'll answer it on a GTA video. But if I saw something, like, if I was working hard on a guide, like something that doesn't have to do with GTA, and then somebody just posts, like, you know, spams about, like, GTA questions, then to me that person doesn't really care about the video that I just made. They're just hoping that I reply. And that was personally like, what bothered me to an extent. And I know that I got most of my fame from GTA Online. I'm not stupid by that. I know, the vast majority of my channel I grew on GTA Online. But like in the last 2 years, I've been expanding, and my channel is like diverse and like a whole lot of content. I lost a lot of views by getting away from GTA Online. I lost a lot of views, I lost a lot of subscribers, but I never regretted it because I wanted to mix up my content and I wanted to do different games. I didn't want to be just known as that guy who does just GTA Online. I want people to like click on my channel and see, oh wow, this guy does playthroughs, he dresses up as the characters, he does more videos, like stuff like that. I don't want to be known as just the guy who just grinds GTA Online. And that was my whole issue with it. That's why that's why I didn't like seeing, GTA Online comments on like non-GTA videos because of that. Now it doesn't really happen anymore. Like, when I post like a Godfather 2 video or something like that, that doesn't happen anymore. Like, you won't see like people asking me about GTA Online and stuff like that. So, but that used to happen like, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, is like people would just like, now 90% of the comments are always relevant to the video now. So when I see that 90% of the comments are about the video, I can see that the people are, interested in the video and they're, talking about the video. And that's, that was just, it. So the point is, I understand Trevor's perspective, like Stephen Ogg's perspective to an extent. I understand, why he doesn't want to be associated with just Trevor, but he also needs to understand that he built his fame on Trevor. That's where he got famous from. And so, people are going to ask him about Trevor. It's going to happen. He should get used to it. And, if he doesn't want to do Trevor anymore, just do a video and just say, like, I'm not going to do cameos for Trevor. That's it. I'm done. I'm doing different things. And that's fine. That'll be it. But, don't take money. Don't take money to do cameos for Trevor, and then make videos saying, "Oh, Trevor's a fictional character and blah blah blah." Because that's not what the fans want. If they're gonna give you a donation, you do the cameo. If you're not gonna do the cameo, then don't take the money. It's as simple as that. But that was just the thing with I mean, he was in The Walking Dead, but why was he in The Walking Dead? Why was he? They wanted to introduce a crazy ruthless character in The Walking Dead, Simon, and so they look at like Stephen Ogg. He did a great job in GTA 5. I don't think that he would have gotten those roles in Breaking Bad. He was in Breaking Bad in like an episode or two. Or, no, it was Better Call Saul, I think it might have been. He was in that show, and then he was also in Walking Dead. I don't think he would have gotten those roles without GTA. GTA's would help him get those roles. So that's personally for me. Like, GTA Online helped me become a YouTuber. It did. But, like, I want to do other content, too. I don't want to just do GTA Online. So even though it helped me get, started and, helped me get, kind of popular on YouTube, it's not all I want to do. And so I understand, Stephen Ogg's perspective to an extent. I understand why he wants to get away from it. But it's like I said, it's, don't take donations if you're not going to do the cameos. That's it. But, he basically wants to take the money from Trevor, but then doesn't want to be associated with Trevor. And that's personally an issue for me. That's just, what I don't like. This is the Stafford car that I'm driving. Hi, Pro. In previous gameplays, you look sharp on shades in a white suit of the character in The Godfather 2. Thank you. Thank you, VHM. Thanks, man.
That's a successful sale.
If I lose interest in your channel, I'll be honest and polite, but I won't be an a-hole if asked. I would say, I do, anything I want or something. Okay, Mr. Waifu. Thank you. Let me see here, You give me 20 years and I'll restart the high technology development sector. 50 years and I'll have people in orbit. 100 years and I'll colonize space. Are you talking about Mr. House? Thank you, Edgy. For the super chat. Have you ever gotten a smuggler's drop? It's a blue dotted random event where you go find a flares and pick up the drop. They pay a crack on. Yeah, I've gotten those before. I do like them. They add more variety to the game. Can't believe Wade never had a chance to live a normal life. I feel bad for him. Yeah. He was kind of manipulated by Trevor. If I lose in... thank you, Mr. Waifu. Hey, Pro, in previous gameplays. Yeah, read that one. Thank you, VHM. Have you seen the Top Gun Maverick? If not, you should. No, but I want to see Devotion. I want to see that movie. The movie's still in theaters, I believe. I just haven't gotten a chance to see it. It's a Korean War, air movie. I want to see that one. Have you ever considered starting martial arts? No, not really. Boxing, not. Can you help me play air freight cargo? Sure. Sure. I'm gonna leave for this one right now, Menard, so I'm gonna help somebody else. But yeah, like, you know, you guys, you know, for a lot of you guys that are, like, you know, new to my channel, because I have, like, a lot of, like, the playthroughs have actually gotten, like, a lot of subscribers. Like, a lot of people don't know that, but, like, a lot of people know me through playthroughs now. And so it's, like, but there's a lot of people that's also been with my channel since, like, you know, I started, you know, years ago on GTA, and, basically, like, the people that have been with my channel for, like, some time, they know what I'm talking about, they've probably seen it. But anybody in the comments, let me know if you know what I'm talking about, if you've seen it before. But, like, it's like, when I tried to, like, you know, move my channel away from, like, GTA Online, like, I wasn't done with GTA Online, it wasn't that. I just wanted to, like, you know, get into other things and, like, you know, play other games and do other content. I had some people that were, like, you know, really, really nasty to me. And they were just really, like, you know, really, like, you know, toxic in the comments. Like, no problem, Menards. Start up the crate mission. I'll go get it, Melon. But I had, like, you know, I had people that would curse me out in my comment section. You know, and they would curse me out because I wasn't doing GTA Online. That was it. That was literally the reason. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, it was like, you know, people would come in the comment section and be like, you know, I subscribed to this channel for GTA. Like, you know, play GTA or I'm effing unsubscribing. Like, people actually said that, like, in my comment section. Like, it was just, you know, people being rude and nasty to me. And, like, I was, like, you know, I was honestly, like, you know, very surprised by that because, like, to me, like, I didn't understand that. I was like, you know, I'm like, is this your channel or is this my channel? Like, they were acting like it's their channel. Like, it was just, like, you know, I don't know, like, I don't know why somebody could get so angry of just me doing, like, different content. Like, you know, what's the big deal? What's the big deal if I mix up my content? If I decide I want to play other games, you know, what's the big deal? But I didn't understand, like, you know, why people would get so angry at that. And this wasn't just, like, one guy. This was, like, a lot of responses. Like, most responses were still positive, but I saw, like, a lot of really toxic comments. And for people probably know, like, people probably have seen some of the toxic comments I'm talking about. Like, it was just, like, you know, really, like, you know, really nasty. And it was not nice. Play Saints Row 2 or open cringe joking. Well, thank you, Mr. Wave. People personalize the creator and can't handle it. Yeah. It's you know, you know, I personally, you know, basically what happens is what I think. Oh, it's enter a delivery vehicle. What am I even doing? I flew away. I'm gonna get into it. Sorry. What I personally think happens is I think that the people, like, they watch a channel for, like, you know, some time, they get used to that channel, and they see that channel as, like, being only, like, one game, like me with GTA Online, and then, like, they're not ready for change, and then, like, that YouTuber does, like, a different game or something like that, and then they get pissed off. They're like, no, I want to see GTA Online, and it's just, you know, and, you know, they'll get mad, and that's ultimately, you know, where a lot of that comes from. Oh, this mission's a bit hard. I did watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day when I was a kid. Thank you, Scott. I think Dax's personality suits someone like him. He's really, you know, cringe and just creepy, what I'll say about him. EF2 and GTA Online players have a lot in common. Yeah, I heard about that. That, like, a lot of Team Fortress, like, players, or, like, Team Fortress YouTubers, like, tried to, like, do different content, and then their fans just lashed out on them. Like, I heard that has happened before. I just found out I'm sick. Well, I hope that you get better, Unnamed. I'm just not interested in the other games I do not watch, and that's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. No, I only want people to watch the content that they're interested in. I'm not like one of those YouTubers that, like, is obsessed with views. Like, so many people are like, you know, when they make, like, a lot of YouTubers, when they make, like, a video, they just think about the views primarily. And then they think, like, they think if this video doesn't get, like, a certain amount of views within 48 hours, they think it failed. That's how, like, a lot of YouTubers, they think in that mindset. And, you know, me, I used to think like that, but, like, you know, I changed my thinking, and, you know, it was basically, like, you know, I put out a video that I like, and, you know, it gets good views, I'll be happy. You know, if it doesn't get good views, you know, I'm not necessarily going to be, you know, happy also, but I'll be happy that I knew that I did the content that I wanted to do and I enjoyed. And that's, you know, what it's ultimately about. Is, you know, I don't let the views get to me. Sure, I'd like every video to get a ton of views, but I don't really like to get, like, I don't let the videos get to me if they're not popular. But, like, that's the thing, is a lot of people are scared of change. They're scared of, like, you know, trying out different content. They think they won't get as much views, and so that's why they ultimately stick to just playing one game. They build their audience on that game, and then they're scared of, you know, changing, mixing up their content. That's what it's ultimately about. Ackman is all about creating awesome videos. He doesn't care about the views in a way. Yeah, he does, like, a lot of different games. I recommended playing Chinatown Wars before the Lost lore video. Oh, okay, DL Gaming. I'll play that. I heard that they are in that game. I spray the following characters with holy water. Dax, Ashley, JD, Casa, Uncle Vince, Tracy, Stalker, Marty, Martinez, the Cringe cast, yes or no. Yeah, a lot of really, you know, cringy and bad characters in that list. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody's super chat. I wish people were more empathetic to others, whether it's people respecting others' personal choices or politely declining to do something they don't want to do. Yeah, I agree with you, Straight Edge Soldier, but it's the problem is that so many people think about what they want, and they don't think about what others want, and that's the issue with it, personally. And this is pretty much on everything, not just on YouTubers. People constantly think about what they want, and they don't think about what others want. And it's just, you know, this, like, I'll give you a perfect example, like, you know, Tag Back TV. Like, you know, he has over 1 million subs, I believe, right now. He's, like, he got really popular on Red Dead Redemption content. Like, he did Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online content. He got pretty popular on it. And when the pandemic happened, he didn't want to just do Red Dead Online. Like, he wanted to do, like, other content. And even though he got popular in Red Dead, he wanted to play other games. And so he started playing, like, other games. Some people were being rude to him also about it. They wanted him to play Red Dead. But, you know, he stuck with what he wanted to do, and he did Animal Crossing. And when he did Animal Crossing, he got really popular on Animal Crossing. Like, his Animal Crossing videos are more views than a lot of his Red Dead videos now. And so he got, like, millions of views on that. And I'm subscribed to the guy. I subscribed to him initially for, like, Red Dead Redemption content. And I'll be honest, like, Animal Crossing does not interest me at all. Like, it's not that I hate the game, it just doesn't interest me at all. Zero. But even though he did Animal Crossing, I get notifications from him, like, when he uploads, like, Animal Crossing videos. But I don't, you know, I don't mind that. It's his channel, and he does what he wants. And actually, I'm happy for him, because even though I'm not interested in Animal Crossing, when I click on one of his Animal Crossing videos and I see him playing it, I can tell he's happy, I can tell he's enjoying the game, he likes what he does. And that's it, and I'm happy for the guy. And so that's ultimately what I think is important. And it's, when you see a YouTuber is happy with the content that they're doing, their content is going to improve just vastly. It's a lot. And so that's what I think was, you know, really good about that. So I'm happy for the guy. When I subscribe to somebody, they earn my subscription for life. They pretty much do. You know, the only time I unsubscribe from somebody is if they do something really bad. That's the only time I unsubscribe from somebody. But, you know, when I subscribe to somebody, they earn my subscription for life. I could subscribe to them from one video, and then they never do a video like that again. But I won't unsubscribe from them. So that's, you know, my personal view on the whole thing. Is if I subscribe to somebody, I'll subscribe to somebody for life. Hey Pro, would you ever play the Warriors? Yeah, a lot of people have requested it. I'll play it one day. Radicolas, thanks, man. Thank you for that super chat earlier, Straight Edge Soldier. Do you have any videos similar to the North Yankton, North Dakota video planned? I'm in New York visiting family, so maybe I could, you know, visit, like, some of the places in New York again, but I have to think. Thank you, Smami? If I'm reading your name correctly, thanks, man. I fear that with these new characters being so weird and crazy, this is the direction of the humor in GTA 6, given that all the talent has left Rockstar. Yep. That's also a, visit Star Junction in Times Square. Yeah, I could one day. Is it snowing there? Oh, well, if you're talking about North Dakota, it actually was snowing, like, you know, North Dakota and that region specifically, yes, it was, you know, there have been big snowstorms recently after I filmed that video. If you're talking about New York, yeah, it snowed, like, you know, days ago, but it wasn't that bad. Sometimes people watch the streamer and not the game. It's always nice to see that. Yeah. Well, what I'll say is that about it is that, look, if, when I subscribe, you know, to the, I subscribe for the person mainly. But it's, a lot of people subscribe for the content, not necessarily for the person. Like, I'm sure there's people who subscribe for my money guides, and not necessarily because they like me. So that's like, you know, most people I'd say subscribe because they like me, but there probably have been a fair bit of people that subscribe mainly for the guides, not because they necessarily, like, you know, watch my streams or like me as a person. But it's, yeah, there's this, there are people who will subscribe for the content specifically, not necessarily for the YouTuber. Oh, why did the thing spawn so far away? But people should do what they want to do, and, you know, don't let people dictate to you and tell you, you know, what you can and can't do. You do what you want to do, and that's that. You know, you know who I, you know, do you know what I get really annoyed with? Is, personally, like, I followed Angry Joe. I've subscribed to Angry Joe, and I've been following Angry Joe for many years. For many years, I've been subscribed to him. And Angry Joe puts out some videos that I totally disagree with him on. But yet I still subscribe to him because I like his opinions on other things. And so even though I disagree with him on, like, you know, certain things, like, you know, I'm not gonna unsub from the guy because he makes, like, one video that I disagree with or something like that. But, like, what gets me personally really mad and annoyed is when I look at Angry Joe's comment section, and I look at his comment section, and I see the most entitled people in the comment section. It's just so disgusting. Like, I see people in Angry Joe's comment section, and they're like, where's the review, Joe? Where's the review? Like, we want the review right now. We want the angry review. Give us the angry review. Stop slacking. Like, it's like, you know, comments like that. And I was like, my God. I was like, you know, these people, like, it's just, the people who are constantly demanding angry reviews in his comment section, they have no idea how hard that is to make. No idea how hard it is to make. Like, my lore videos are the hardest videos to make on my channel. That's why I usually put out a lore video once a month, because I'm doing other projects. And it's like, the playthroughs are like filler content, so it's like other content that I can do, you know, on a short notice in between my larger projects, like my lore videos. But my lore videos are the hardest ones because I have to play through the game, I have to watch all the cutscenes, I have to research the characters, make sure that I'm getting everything right, I have to analyze them carefully, edit the video together, a lot of editing in these clips. I make the thumbnail, get the video out, and the hardest part isn't even making the lore video itself. The hardest part is actually coming up with a video idea. Because if you don't have anywhere to start, at least when you have an idea, you can create an outline of where you want to start. But if you don't have that initial idea, you got nowhere to go. And when I look at Angry Joe's reviews, I can tell his reviews are not easy to make. He has to play the whole game. He has to play the whole game. He has to beat the game. He has to try out the multiplayer if it has multiplayer. He has to try out a lot of the game modes. You know, he has to check for the DLC in the game. He has to, you know, get all that footage together, look for glitches, problems, you know, edit all of that together, get all the clips. Then he has to get his friends with him, his friends that help him, like, you know, in those videos. He has to get them together. Not everybody has the same schedule, so not everybody can, you know, appear together at the same time. He has to get the costumes ready, all the effects that he does in his reviews. He does a lot of effects. He has to get a lot of that done, you know, put that whole thing together, edit the whole video. Then he has to then, like, his hour-long videos, he definitely watches those before he uploads them. Like, I watch my videos always before I upload them, just to make sure there's no editing mistakes. And sometimes I find an editing mistake and I have to restart the video. So that's like, so there's no question in my mind that when he makes, like, those angry reviews, he puts a lot of his heart and soul into that. And people don't understand, this is not something you make in, like, a day or two. It's not, this is something that takes weeks to make an angry review. And when I see these people in Angry Joe's comments, like these entitled people that, like, you know, they say, like, oh, we want an angry review every week or something like that, like, they don't understand how hard it is to make those angry reviews. Like, those take him time to make. It's not easy. And he probably doesn't sleep well. Like, I can tell you, Angry Joe doesn't sleep well. He probably spends all night editing. I've done that too. I spent all night editing. So it's like, I can imagine he doesn't sleep well. So, like, you know, I see these entitled people in his comment section. Personally, gets me annoyed. The guy works really hard in the reviews, and while I don't agree with everything he says, sometimes some things I disagree with him on, it's like, you know, I still like him as a person, and I just personally, you know, get annoyed when I see these people, like, harassing him and being unreasonable in the comment section. You know, this entitled people. That's just what I'll say about it. It's just, let's see here. Can you source more than one crate solo now? No, you can't, unfortunately. Thank you, Alex. Most evil Jack and Daxter villain? maybe the metalhead leader, I forgot his name. What was his name? Core, I think his name was. He might be the most evil one. What advice would you have looking for someone looking to start a YouTube channel? Thank you, Jen, for the super chat. You know, always do what you want to do. Don't let people dictate what you can and can't do. And also, like, know, like, you know, there's a video that I made, like, called Ultimate YouTuber Guide. I suggest you look that up. I pretty much cover it. Try to stay away from politics if you can in a YouTube video. YouTube, you know, streams and everything like that. I know sometimes people ask me things about economics, but typically don't like to, you know, answer, you know, questions like that also. But, you know, typically stay away from politics because if you're a gaming channel and it's just, you know, people are just, you know, people have views from all around. So it's not really a good idea for a YouTuber to be, a gaming YouTuber to be political. But do what you want to do, you know, do what you like to do. You know, make the type of content you want to do. Don't let people dictate to you. And, you know, most YouTubers, they get lucky. You know, like a lot of YouTubers don't want to admit to that, but a lot of YouTubers get lucky. Because there is a lot of skill involved in YouTube, sure, but the luck is at the start. The luck isn't when the channel is going. Like, when the channel is going, like my channel at this point, and like a channel like Angry Joe's channel, I say that's skill at that point to like grow. But if it's like, when you first start out, it's luck. When you first start out. Because basically you're praying that the YouTube algorithm recognizes you. And if basically how YouTubers get their start is that most YouTubers, they make like a video, and then the algorithm picks up the video, and the algorithm just makes the video explode in views, and then they start getting subscribers from that, and they start building an audience, and it gets much easier for videos at that point to get recommended. That's what happened to me, is I made like, you know, old GT Online videos that didn't get any views, and then like I made a gun running video one day and it exploded in views, and that's really how I got my start. That's what happened to me. Thank you, George. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Jen. Dude, you should visit Los Angeles and look at places that GTA 5 is based off. Santa Monica, Beverly Hills, Venice Beach. That'll be cool. I could do that maybe one day. Thank you, Gaiman. I could visit LA. I'm giving you special permission to punish me if I ever act entitled on your channel. I go like, where's the new video? But I do not demand anything. Well, thank you, Mr. Waifu. Well, no, that is, like, you know, asking for a video is fine. You know, asking, you know, when people come to my channel and they ask me, like, you know, professional, like they'll say, like, you know, where is the lore video? They'll say like that, you know, they'll say, where's the lore video? When are you gonna make the lore video? Or they'll say like, they'll say when is your money guide coming out and stuff like that, or when is your next Godfather part coming out? That's fine. I really don't have a problem with that when people, like, you know, ask me at that. It's more of an issue when somebody comes to the channel, and instead of asking, you know, when the video is going to be up, they say, I demand you upload the video now. I want the video now. Like, you better have the video out now. That's the problem at that point. But you don't do that, Mr. Waifu, so, you know, don't worry about that. It's like people, you know, they'll come to a channel and they'll demand it. Like, look at Angry Joe's comment section. They're like, I want an angry review right now, Joe. If you don't, I'm going to unsubscribe. You know, it's like stuff like that. You know, you have people do dumb things like that. But, you know, what I'll say is that, look, if you're a YouTuber, and I'll tell you this, if you're a YouTuber and somebody threatens to unsubscribe from you for, like, you know, that reason specifically alone. Like, I'm not saying there's unvalid reasons for unsubscribing from a YouTube channel. There are. But if somebody is going to unsubscribe from you, like, mainly because you don't, like, because you don't get the video out when they're demanding you get a video out in a specific time, and you don't listen to their demands, and they just unsubscribe from you, or another case is that, let's say that let's say, for instance, that you're just doing, like, you know, content on your channel, and the person that, like, comes to your channel doesn't like the content that you're doing, like me with GT Online. Like, I had people that would come to my channel, and they would, like, 2 years ago, like, today, it almost never happens. Like, I never see a comment like that. And the reason I don't see any more comments like that is because most of the people that were making those angry comments to me, well, glitch right there. Most of the people that were making the angry comments to me, they either unsubscribed because they realized that I wasn't going to give in to their demands, or they accepted that I was going to make new content. It's either one of the two. So I don't really see comments like that anymore. But yeah, I would have people that would, you know, come to my channel, and they would say like, you know, make a GT Online video right now, or I'm going to unsubscribe. Or they would say, like, stop playing this game sucks, play GT Online, or I'm going to unsubscribe. Like, I see comments like this. And my response to that is that if you see a comment like that, if you see somebody saying to you that they are gonna unsubscribe from you because what, you do like a different video or something like that, or you don't get out the video like on time, like, you know, stuff like that. It's, like, things happen. People have things going on in their lives. There's reason that videos don't always get put out on time. But if I can't get out a video on time, like I say it, I apologize to my fans. Like, you guys have seen my posts. Like, I make so many posts. If I don't get a video out on time, I apologize. And I say, I'm sorry something happened. I can't get the video out, but I promise I'll still have it up. And then what I do is, I typically release another video in between to apologize for that. So I make something so my fans can watch in between that video, and I keep working on that video, and eventually I release it. But if you have somebody that, you know, comes to your channel, and they just threaten to unsubscribe from you, you know, just being rude to you and nasty because you play a different game, or, you know, or you don't give in to their demands, tell you something, that person was never really a fan of your channel in the first place. I've never been like that. I have never, you know, had somebody, you know, I've never gone to somebody's channel and threatened to unsubscribe from them because they didn't do, like, a content that I wanted to do or something like that. So, that's what I'll ultimately say is that when I see comments like that of people threatening to unsubscribe from me, I ask myself, like, did this person really support me in the first place? Did they ever really like my content? They probably subscribed to me just for, like, a specific game, like GTA Online. They maybe liked some of my money guides, but they didn't necessarily like me as a person. And so if I don't make the videos that they want me to make, you know, they get all toxic and stuff like that. And so that's ultimately what I'll say about that, is, you know, somebody who comes to your channel and threatens to unsubscribe from you for, like, such a stupid reason. You know, you're just doing something, you know, a different game. You're not even doing anything wrong. You're not being toxic. You're not harassing anybody. All you're doing is doing a different video. If they're pissed off that you're doing different content and threatening to unsubscribe, they really didn't support you in the first place. That's the way I see it, personally, about it. You know, they weren't really ever a fan in the first place. I'm not saying that every fan should, like, I'm not saying every subscriber is, like, should watch every video. I'm not saying that by any means. What I'm saying is if somebody's, like, you know, going to different, you know, videos and just harassing you and being toxic, they're not really, you know, fans of yours.
Now get working on those guards. Shoot, cave in. Looks like we're gonna have to improvise another way out of there for you.
Here we go. What the?
Hold up. The system here
Okay, it's
uses
lagging.
a manual. You'll need to scan the vault access
do it.
cards simultaneously.
Like, I'll tell you guys a story about this specific thing. Like, 2 years ago, I had a guy who, like, came to my channel, right? And he said, like, he left a comment on one of my videos. I don't remember what video it was, but I remember it was, like, it was a non-GTA Online video, so it was like a different game that I was playing. It wasn't GTA Online. And he basically just said, like, you know, play GTA Online right now, or you know, stop doing this, something like that. It was like, I'm gonna unsubscribe if you don't do GTA Online. And I replied to him. I typically don't reply to comments like that, but I replied to that one comment, and I said to him, you know, I'm gonna play whatever game I want to play. If you're gonna unsubscribe, then you're gonna unsubscribe. You know, go ahead. I can't stop you. And do you know what his response was? His response to me was, but I've been subscribed to you for 2.5 years. Like, it was just like that. And, like, I didn't understand what his point was. Like, what was your point exactly? Like, you know, what were you hoping to accomplish? It was like, you know, he comes to my channel and says to me, you know, you better do GTA Online, if not, I'm unsubscribing. And then when I say to him, okay, you know, if that's your choice, go ahead. I wasn't, like, rude to him or anything. I said, if that's your choice, go ahead, unsubscribe. And, you know, like, he didn't expect me to say that. He thought I was just going to give in to his demands. And then he got, like, extremely defensive. And he started saying, like, you know, oh, I've been subscribed to you for 2.5 years. And I replied to him again. I said to him, okay, I understand that you've been subscribed for 2.5 years. But this is ultimately my channel. And I'm going to decide what game I want to play. I don't want to lose anybody as a subscriber. I don't want to lose a viewer. But I'm not going to be told what game I can and can't play. And please respect that. And that was it. I don't know if he unsubscribed or not. He didn't reply after that. But that was just it. Like, you know, he was hoping that I just give in to his demands. And when I just said, you know, if you're going to unsubscribe, then, you know, go ahead. Yeah, but he didn't expect me to say that. And so it was just, you know, he got extremely defensive after that and said, I've been subscribed for years. Okay, I understand that. You've been subscribed for years. But just because you've been subscribed for years doesn't give you the right to, you know, to be toxic to me and just, you know, just tell me your, you know, stuff like that. Tell me that I better do GTA Online. So that's like, you know, I respect all my fans. Somebody who's subscribed to me for years or somebody who's been subscribed to me for a week, I respect everyone. But, you know, I'm not going to be talked to like that and told that I can and can't do something on my own channel. It's my channel and I decide what I want to play. If I want to play something, I play it. And that's, you know, that's ultimately my choice. So, that's ultimately my advice for dealing with toxic people, you know. Typically don't respond to them, but, like, you know, don't let the people get to you. When you see comments like that and people threatening to unsubscribe, don't let that get to you. Because, you know, people are going to be, like, you know, there are people who are going to be toxic, and it's just going to happen.
Hacking team can hold off the gas a little while longer. There's still some rich pickings in there.
Let me see here.
seconds. 30 seconds.
No drills. Okay. Okay, we got this.
20 seconds left. Don't dawdle. Gas incoming. 10 seconds.
Let's see here. Missed a bunch of
That's
comments.
it. Get the hell out of there or you're dead. Looking good. Get all that across the finish line and we're home and dry.
I know for a fact that viewers will get burnt out on the videos that YouTubers make. I sometimes get burnt out, but not all the time. Any plans on playing Resident Evil games? Yeah, possibly one day I'll do it. I might do them one day. Maybe I'll do Resident Evil 2, the remake, one day.
What's the holdup? Swipe the cards at the same time, just like before.
Okay, waiting for him to... Okay, you do it first then. I initially subscribed for GTA Online content, but I stayed for the playthroughs like Saints Row 1 and Saints Row 2, Scarface, Godfather, lore videos, and last but not least, because you're a cool, humble guy. Thank you, Straight Edge Soldier. That does mean a lot to me. Thank you, man. You've been with my channel for so long, and even when I started doing like other content, you still supported me. I appreciate that. Hiring an editor could be a good investment for time. I disagree. Like I don't know if Joe uses an editor. I think he actually does everything himself. But I've always edited my own content, everything. Like I did have a friend of mine that did help me make thumbnails. He helped me make thumbnails in like 2017 and early 2018, and you know, he wanted to do his own thing, and I respected that. And so I started, you know, at that point, you know, doing my own, like, you know, thumbnails. And so ever since, like, 2018, I've done my own thumbnails. So since 2018, and I've never had anybody edit my videos. I've had people help me with thumbnails before, but I've never had anybody edit my videos. I've always done that myself. What the hell? Why is this not opening? But the thing about hiring an editor is that it might make things easier, sure, but the editor might not have the same vision that you have. And that's the thing about it, is I like to be in control of my own video, you know? I like to be the one that, you know, puts it together and everything like that. And then I look at the video and I'll be like, I put that video together. I recorded it, I edited it, I put it together. And so I like to look at things like that. That's,
Get behind something! You piece of shit! Cover me! Inbred moron! Kill!
what equipment do you need to make a video? Really, you know, you don't even really need a capture card when you think about it. All you pretty much need is a PlayStation. You have the PlayStation Capture. You can just record it through there, plug in a flash drive, put the videos on your flash drive, put it on your computer. So pretty much just a computer and a PlayStation. You know, a webcam would help, a mic would help, sure. But, you know, some people who don't even use mics and don't even have cameras. Thank you, Bruce. He accidentally clicked antagonize and agree. Thank you, Alpha Halo, thanks, man.
Die! Take cover! What a pansy!
Oh, what? That door wasn't opening before. What? Okay. Will you make an updated money method video? Yes, I will. What's going on? Oh, okay. Bro, are you gonna do Assassin's Creed Rogue playthrough? Yes, I'll do that game one day. I like Assassin's Creed Rogue. How are you driving around and moving with a controller and still have one hand free and looking into the camera when doing a heist? That's next level. I'm really good at multitasking, so I can play the huge amount of this game with just one hand. Like, I can do that. So it's just a lot of multitasking and just Have you heard of Steven Seagal and what he does? He's a bit of an idiot. I did like some of his older movies. Like, I liked some of his, movies, like, back in the 90s. I liked some of his action movies. But, then he, like, he became crazy. He, like, moved to Russia, and then he, like, became friends with Putin, and he does, like, propaganda for the Russian government. So he's a bit of a crazy guy, and I don't like him anymore. Fighting the most toxic oppressor Mark II griefer. What PvP is like in 2019 is your best thumbnail, in my opinion. Oh, thank you, Mario. Yep, I remember that one. That was like April 2019 when I made that, right? That was like around there. How many PS5 control? Well, PS4 controllers I probably went through like 10, like in my PS4's lifetime. I don't smash my controllers or anything. They just get stick drift or other issues, or buttons get loose. It was the PS5 controllers. I've probably gone for like 5 at this point. Probably 5 or more. Best thumbnail is destroying 2 Akulos of Savage. Well, thank you, Mr. Waifu. Why isn't the heist loading? Rockstar's terrible servers. What were you like when you fought that guy? I was honestly getting annoyed. Because the thing is, though, when I fought that guy, the Toxic Oppressor Mark II Griefer, I actually remember that perfectly, Mario. I remember that like it was yesterday. I remember I was selling a bunker. I think it was my friend's bunker, but I remember we had the Dune FAVs. We were driving, and then the guy tried to blow it up with the Mark II, and I forgot that that the gun-running vehicles can't be locked onto. I forgot about that, because gun-running vehicles... Oh, what the... just happened? Yeah, that's weird. I've been stuck in a black screen for some time, and then... Okay, I don't know what just happened. That's weird. But we both got glitched. Yeah, he didn't die, guys. It just glitched out. I don't know what just happened. Okay, let's try this again, here. But, yeah, so if you watch that video again, Mario, when I'm driving the Dune FAV in the Fighting Griefer video, you'll see that I actually jump out of the Dune FAV, and that's when he blows me up. The reason I jumped out of the Dune FAV is because I thought that he could lock onto it. That's why I tried to, hit him with the up and atomizer. I tried to get him off the Mark II.
They've reinforced the security room, and that's your only way out. Get ready. Don't relax once you've made it to the top of the shafts. We're not out of the woods yet.
You want to fight with me? I need a medic. Keep me covered.
That's it.
Hide
You
behind
die
something
right
until he
now.
stops shooting. Cocksucker. I'm a fucking Marine.
Get to stepping, asswipe.
Yeah, I'll play Saints Row 4 one day. I have to still finish the Saints Row 3 DLCs. I have to still finish that. But basically, to answer your question, Mario, is, oh, the mission music I haven't turned as, like, music volume just turned off, just so I don't, so I don't get copyright claims.
Got some heavy chatter on the police frequencies.
But,
Sounds like there's
that,
some
I wasn't actually even planning on making that into a video, Mario, when I was fighting that Toxic Oppressor Mark II Griefer. Basically, it was just a random day. I was just helping a friend do a sale, and I got attacked, and then the guy started being really toxic to me, and he started messaging me and stuff like that, and constantly easy way outing, and basically, at that point, I was getting frustrated, I was getting annoyed. I wasn't, like, angry, but I was getting annoyed. And he couldn't play fair. Like, he was just constant easy way out, constant ghost organization, oppressor Mark II spam, all of that stuff. And the worst part about it is that the guy actually thought he was good at the game. For me, that's the worst part about it, is like, when these losers, they actually think they're good at the game when they do something like that. When they use the oppressor Mark II and ghost organization, they actually think that makes them good at the game. They actually think that takes skill. Use oppressor Mark II and ghost organization. And so the guy sent me all these toxic messages, you got owned, blah blah blah, whatever he sent. And then I captured it. I captured it with the PlayStation recorder. I captured like the last 30 minutes of the clip or something like that. And I edited it together. I put it into a video. And basically, I uploaded that video to prove a point. That video wasn't a PvP fight mostly. The video was a PvP fight, but I didn't upload that toxic oppressor Mark II reefer video to you know, show a PvP battle. The point of the video was I uploaded it just to show how far PvP has fallen, like how garbage PvP is. It was more of a rant, that video, instead of like an actual PvP battle. It was more just me talking about how stupid the combat is in this game and just, you know, how garbage it's gotten. That was more about it.
Getaway cars, go! The driver has them in position.
God, how these guys won't die. Okay. Have you ever heard of a band called Kino? No, I haven't. Thank you, Edgy. Well, it's still a problem, Mario, but it's not as bad as it used to be. See the taxi business probably here in, like, few weeks, whenever that's drip fed. Jugular, haven't driven this in some time. Why am I still not losing the cops? Come on. Come on.
Just got word from the decoy. We don't have long before they have to tap out. Make the most of it.
Why am I still not losing the cops? You gotta be kidding me.
Alright, the decoy is out. You're on your own now.
Well, I was on my own from the start because the decoy did nothing. What was Oppressor Mark II spam like? You don't want to know. Really annoying. I'll tell you something, though. I had I've heard so many dumb excuses on, like, my channel of people defending the Oppressor Mark II. Like, I would upload videos proving that the Oppressor Mark II is broken and overpowered. There's no discussion on that. There's no, like, you cannot sit there and tell me the Oppressor Mark II is not broken and overpowered. It is. You know, you can maybe make the argument it's not as bad today, but it was definitely broken and overpowered. There is no question about it. It was 100% overpowered. Anybody who says the Mark II is not, you know, overpowered and broken was, you know, living in, like, a fantasy land. I don't know, you know, what they were, like, you know, where they got that rational thinking from. But, basically, I would have people that would come to my channel and they would say, like, you know, you're trying to make this game less fun. You're trying to make it so that the Oppressor Mark II can't be used for grinding and, like, helping and stuff like that. It's like, you know, I use the Oppressor Mark II for grinding professionals. Like, screw you. You know, why are you, you know, talking so bad about the Oppressor Mark II? You know, it helps me make money and stuff like that, and just, you know, a lot of these comments like this. And do you know what I did was? I put that to the test. And I tested these people. Because I wanted to see how they would react exactly. So what I did was, I proposed a solution. And these people were too stupid to realize basically what my trap was. But basically, I tricked these people into revealing their true intentions. And their true intentions wasn't to use the Oppressor Mark II to grind. Their true intentions was to use the Oppressor Mark II to grief. You know how I tricked them into admitting that? Basically, what I did was, I made a video, and I said my solution to the Oppressor Mark II. It was like a video a few years ago. And what I did in that video was I proposed this. This was my solution to the Oppressor Mark II. You can spawn the Oppressor Mark II, you know, the same way you can still spawn it. But the difference is that you cannot use the Oppressor Mark II to lock onto player vehicles. You can't lock onto player vehicles. It would never lock onto player vehicles. It would only be able to lock onto NPCs. So you'd be able to still lock onto hostile gang members, hostile NPCs. You could still use it to lock onto cops. So that means if you use the Oppressor Mark II for grinding, with my solution, you could still use it for grinding. You just lock onto NPCs, you lock on the cops, and it's easy. The only thing you couldn't do in my solution is you can't lock on the player vehicles. And those same people that were telling me I don't use the Oppressor Mark II for griefing, I use it for grinding, were complaining about my solution, saying that it would make the Oppressor Mark II less fun. Well, basically, when I saw the replies to that, I knew that they were BSing, that was just nonsense. They were just saying that they use it to grind just because that's an excuse, just because they wanted to grief people with it. When you're complaining that you can't lock onto the Oppressor Mark II on other players, why are you complaining you wouldn't be able to lock onto other players with the Oppressor Mark II? Why exactly? You know, what's the reasoning for that? They want to be able to lock on the players because they want to be able to kill them. That's what it's ultimately about. People that were saying that they were using it as, you know, for grinding was an excuse. You know, my solution, you know, if you use the Oppressor Mark II for grinding, 100% of grinders should agree with my solution then. Even if you dislike the Oppressor, if you want the Oppressor Mark II banned, you know, you like me, you know, personally, like, you know, making it so that it can only lock onto to NPCs and cops and taking the lock off other players, that would be, you know, one way to really balance it out. And these griefers are so stupid that they can't use any other vehicle to kill people. And, like, if they have to manually aim the missiles with the Oppressor Mark II, they fail. Like, there are some people that are good when it comes to manually aiming the missiles, but, like, a lot of other people are garbage. And so they rely on that lock-on to kill people all the time. And if you can't lock on to other player vehicles, then, like, you know, why would you be pissed off about that? You know, if your argument is that you're using Oppressor Mark II for grinding, why would you be against, like, it locking on... why would you be against banning the lock-on players? Like, why would you be against taking the lock off other players? Why exactly? You know, and I can't stand the argument when I hear people say, oh, you know, I need an Oppressor Mark II to blow up an Oppressor Mark II. Well, you wouldn't need an Oppressor Mark II to blow up an Oppressor Mark II if the Oppressor Mark II didn't exist in the first place and then lock on the players. So that's, you know, that's not an excuse. So that's like, oh, that guy who was teleporting with the Kanjali, I remember that. I pissed him off. I tricked him with the AA turret. And, you know, he got really mad. Not really crying about the Oppressor Mark II, just pointing that it doesn't belong in GT Online. And look, I'll tell you guys something. Like for me, like, you know, I don't hold back in this. Like, you know, even if I have an opinion that the vast majority of people don't like, I still state my opinion. I don't say something just because it's, you know, popular or unpopular. I say basically what I think. And I think that the Oppressor Mark II is garbage. I think that the Oppressor Mark II should be deleted from the game. If I had my way, I would remove it totally from the game. It would never be in the game in the first place. And I'll tell you something. Even if the Oppressor Mark II didn't have missiles on it, I'd still want to take it out of the game. Why? Because I don't think it belongs in a GTA game. I think it's just so ridiculous compared to the other stuff. I don't think it has any place in a GTA game. For me, personally, it has no place in a GTA game. It doesn't. That's how I feel about it. I don't care if the majority of people disagree with me. That's their opinion, but respect my opinion. That's just personally how I feel. I don't think it has any place. And people will bring up other things to me. They'll be like, oh, Professional, there's tanks in GTA Online. There's fighter jets. There's attack helicopters. Okay, sure. But at least those fighter jets and those tanks are based on real vehicles. Even the Kanjali is based on a real vehicle. It's based on the PLO-1, a Polish tank. So it's really, these vehicles, a lot of them are based on real vehicles in real life. So, like, San Andreas had military vehicles, and it had a fighter jet and a tank. But it didn't have, like, you know, the, you know, some flying motorcycle. It had the jetpack, don't get me wrong. But when you had the jetpack in San Andreas, you had to steal it from a top-secret military base. It made sense. You couldn't just order it online and have it delivered a block away from you. So it wasn't like, you know, the people don't... people don't understand that a lot of times. That's why I personally don't like the Mark II. I think it has no place in GTA. I just think it's stupid in that regard. Let me go into a friends only session here, because there's a glitch where people can glitch into your invite only sessions, unfortunately. I'm gonna sell my acid lab right now, and, yeah. Yes, I actually have the devil. I ordered the devil inside me off Amazon the other day, so I'm gonna get to it. I have to finish Godfather 2, and like, because I'm just so overwhelmed with games right now that to finish the games that I'm currently playing right now. And I'm also really busy with GTA. But also, guys, there's gonna be a GTA lore video coming out this this month. The Michael, Trevor, and Brad video is finally coming out this month. So don't worry. I don't know when. It's probably give me until like Christmas time, and it should be out by then. So it's just, The Devil Inside Me. It's a new game that came out that I want to play it on the channel. Is KD removed from GTA? Yes and no. Kill death ratio is, you can't gain KD from killing players in free mode anymore. But it's still in the game, technically. Nice Brigade reminds me of the Modern Warfare 2 urban camo. Yeah, it does a bit, you're right. Mark II is pathetic game design, thinking, and balance. Yeah, you're right on that, Chasseroni. I don't know, I don't know what they were thinking when they added the Mark II to the game. Like, I can't believe that GTA 4 takes place in the same universe as this game. Like, I can't, a lot of times. Like, GTA 4 is just such, like, it's like a different world.
You're busy.
Okay, see here. Okay. Let's get rid of my acid lab here. I'm gonna be working on this guide too, so I'm gonna have a guide on this whole business. Be working on that. Gilly had to sell in invite-only sessions ever since his crew got hacked. We've had to deal with orbital cannon griefers occasionally. Mario, tell Gilly to sell in friends-only sessions. Because in invite-only sessions, there's a glitch where they can get into your invite-only session. In friends-only sessions, they can't do that. In friends-only sessions, they have to be friends with the host. So tell Gilly that to sell in friends-only sessions, not in invite-only sessions, and that'll reduce the chances of that happening. How do you feel about Stroke the Rabbit? That game, yeah, made a video about that. Guys, look up, if you haven't watched it already, watch a video on my channel called Is This Game a Scam? Like, I made it like 2 weeks ago, and I think it's actually blown up. Like, it's gotten, that video, ever since I made that video, it's actually gotten really popular. But there's a new game that just came out recently. It's called Stroke the Cow. I'm not joking. It just came out. So it's, okay. Yeah, so it's approaching 40,000 views. Like, I got a bunch of subscribers from that video too, so a lot of people found me through the Stroke the Rabbit video. But it's, yeah. Stroke the Rabbit, Grand Theft 5, real talk, thank you, thank you, Mr. Waifu. Stroke the Cow just came out, like, I'm not joking, look it up. And basically what it is, it's a game where there's like a rabbit or a cow or whatever on the screen, and you just press X, that's all it is, there's nothing else to it. And it's like, it's like a way to get like an easy platinum, and so they've really like, I don't know, like, is that really a scam? Kind of, I guess. Because it's like, you get the platinum, sure, so you get something from the game, but it has no replayability, and it's just, nonsense. Okay. Let me see one thing here. Hang on, I'm just gonna sell this by myself right now. And I'm gonna sell it by myself, because I wanna see, I want to see if I'm gonna, like, if it's gonna be one vehicle. If I sell it by myself, I think it should be.
I was just thinking.
Oh, yeah, it is. Take the acid to a drop-off. Okay. Acid's been transferred to delivery bike. Deliver it to the drop to receive. Probably under the ramp here, probably be the best place to hide it. Yeah, there would probably be the best place to hide it. Definitely don't want to hide it under the bench. I guess it doesn't matter where I hide it then. Oh, that's a bad hiding spot. Yeah, that's not a good hiding spot at all. How much at most can you make from this? I think it's gonna be somewhere around $400,000 with the upgrades, but I'd have to, like, you know, test this out fully. Because you got a bike, it's a lot easier to access a lot of these areas. Oh no, hiding it under the bench, that's a really stupid place to hide it. Well, I don't know if it even matters where you hide it. Oh, you see, now this is the riskiest place to hide it. What happens if the person drives away? You know, that's...
Go to hell.
Oh, what do we got here? Yep.
What do you need exactly? No problem. I'll get him off your back.
That bad of a sale. Not under the bench. That would be a bad spot. I don't think, does it even matter where you really hide it? 335,000 the equipment upgrade. Okay, Jacob. Well, thank you for the super chat, Demon. But there's a lot of really creepy games already on the PlayStation Store. I like the new cell format, where you have to hide the product or change or drive to this location and drop off the product. Yeah, it's a bit different. Thank you, Mr. Waifu. Stroke the boss, stroke Nico, Johnny, Luis, Lay. Yeah, that would just be, yeah. There's a lot of really creepy games already on the PlayStation Store. I finally applied for medical and dental insurance. Man, being an adult sure is hard and expensive, yeah. For kids, we didn't realize how expensive things would get. Thank you, Isaiah. Hope you had a good day, Pro, and love the stream. Thanks, man. Around 7 minutes. Probably going to be a little quicker if I chose a different route, but it's whatever. See that right there? Wonder if this is gonna make a difference. Oh, it does. I guess it depends on... So when you... Okay. So when you hide it, it has to be out of view of the cops. It's always one vehicle, not always. If you have multiple people in your MC, they'll get multiple bikes. What's your ethnicity? Well, I'm Polish, Polish American, but my background is I'm 75% Slavic and 25% Tatar. The time when you went against 3 Oppressor Mark II Griefers was funny. Thank you, thank you, Jay. I do remember that. It was the Ruiner. You feel that GTA Online is getting bloated? Sometimes. Yeah, a bit. You have Hell Let Loose? I do. I played it a bunch. I do like it a lot. I guess we'll probably wrap up the, stream here, guys. I'll stick around and answer any questions people have. If you guys enjoyed the stream, please drop a like if you guys enjoyed it. If you did. I missed a few super chats, did I? I think I read all of them. You can get 335,000 with the equipment upgrade. Oh, okay, Jacob.
How's it going?
Oh, thank you, man, for the super chat. I asked earlier, but I do think that you responded. But what do you think about the street dealers coming? What? He's an idiot, Kane. I wouldn't pay attention to him. He's just really stupid. What's the worst jump scares you had in the game? Probably Outlast. Outlast probably had some really... Outlast 2. Probably had some crazy jump scares. I've ever watched Dashy XP videos where he takes off his hat, but was joking about it. From Dashy Games channel. He's one of the funniest YouTubers that never takes off his hat. No, I don't know him, Isaiah. Captain McTavish, 50,000 people used to. Well, yeah. Those stroke games are like ridiculous. Hope everyone has a great day. Well, thank you, HMS. The street dealers is a thing coming. What? So it's like drip feed. Is the acid lab worth running? Yeah, it's good. Street dealers get your drug supply from MC and acid business and sell them to dealers in the street? What? And how does this work exactly? Is this is coming in, this is like part of this drip feed? What? Where did you read about this? I'm curious on this. Yeah, I know, Green. Hey, young Hebrew, how are you, man? If you had a choice to live in a city that's dangerous in the GTA world, which would it be? I would live in Las Venturas if I had to choose a GTA city to live in, because Las Venturas is like the least dangerous city in like the GTA world, because Las Venturas, it's mainly like the mafia, and like you don't have to worry about, like, there's like, if you look at the streets in, like, you know, in a lot of the other games, like, they're filled with gangs. But like in Las Venturas, it's mostly the mafia that run casinos. They're not really gonna jump, you know, innocent people on the street. So it's just what I'll say about that is probably Las Venturas would probably be the safest, you know, city to live in. Wait, what? Drift? Did you hear that someone got let out on bail the day after attacking another person with a baseball bat in New York City? No, I didn't hear about that, Mario. But I did hear that this man tried to strangle an old lady on the subway in New York, and then he got let out. That was just no. Let me see. I'm gonna check if I missed a super chat. I hope I didn't. If I did, I'm sorry. Drift, did you make a super chat earlier? Oh, and random person, I missed this super chat earlier. I'm sorry. Pro, they make millions of dollars in shark cards. They abandoned Reddit online, and this is the best Rockstar could come up with. Like, really? Well, random person, if you're still here, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I missed your super chat earlier. Yeah, it's really sad what they did to Reddit online. Professional MC cells don't sell out global signal. They should though, SC. Thank you for the super chat. Which day one content is better, this or Criminal Enterprises? I see your super chat now, Drift. I would say that it's probably Criminal Enterprises. Yeah. Yeah, Criminal Enterprises probably. It had all the businesses linked to it. What do you think is the best Saints Row 2 side activity in the game? I like Mayhem and Fight Club. Yeah, infinite black screens happen. I did play Left 4 Dead 2. You think Dax is more annoying than KDJ? No. Best DLC to GTA Online is Cayo Perico. New map, heist. Worst DLC added to GTA Online is probably the Super Sports series. Or Arena Wars. Well, I guess I'll be going here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'll have a GTA Online video for you guys tomorrow. I don't know which. Maybe I'll do a review on the Brickade. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that everyone has, you know, a great day. You know, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We did really well on the stream. We had like 1,500 viewers at our peak. So thank you everybody who stopped by. I do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful day, everyone.